It was in the winter of 1993 that perhaps the most damaging blow of all to Michael Jackson's image was struck, and it came from a family member, his own sister LaToya. Though she had not seen or talked to him in a number of years, LaToya claimed to have exclusive information about Michael. As it happened, like many of Michael's household employees who had sold stories to the tabloid press, LaToya and her husband Jack had their own sliding scale of scandal. For a fee of $50,000, she would come forth with certain secrets about familial abuse that she had not yet revealed in her many interviews about the subject. However, for twice that, she would open up twice as much, and for a half million, she would throw caution to the wind and just come out and admit that Michael was, and that she had proof to support her allegation. The bidding war began with the British News of the World tabloid, who ponied up a substantial amount of money, only to be topped by the American National Enquirer and Star. However, during the course of the week, as editors pushed for details of LaToya's revelation, negotiations collapsed. It became clear that she didn't have much to offer after all. Left without his planned windfall, Jack then arranged for LaToya to hold a press conference in Tel Aviv, Israel, where she was on tour. Michael is my brother and I love him very much, she said, reading from a prepared statement, but I cannot and will not be a silent collaborator in his crimes against young children. If I remain silent, then that means I feel the guilt and humiliation that these children are feeling. And I think it's very wrong. Forget about the superstar, forget about the icon. If he was any other 35-year-old man who was sleeping with little boys, you wouldn't like this guy. She also said that she had been canceling checks made out to several boys for large sums of money, shown to her, she said, by her mother Catherine, suggesting that Michael had bought her silence. She said that she sympathized with the children because I'm a victim myself. When parents abuse their children, the children go into the abusers themselves. She said, "Do you know how many children are going to a psychiatrist because of Michael? So many, many children." The Jackson family, understandably upset by LaToya's position, then hosted a press conference at their Encino estate. Distraught, Catherine said, "LaToya is lying. I'll tell her to her face she is lying. I can't believe I have a daughter out there saying these things to sell her brother down the river. She's been brainwashed by her money grabbing mongrel of a husband." For weeks to come, LaToya's charges made big news. Well, she finally started making big money. There she is, Michael's sister, gave her point of view special credibility. Her stories did more damage to Michael than anything that had ever been charged by any housekeeper in his employ. From country to country, LaToya and Jack ventured forth, pitting television producers and newspaper editors against one another in bidding wars for her anecdotes about Michael. Meanwhile, family members continue to vilify LaToya, but Michael supports the entire Jackson family financially. LaToya said they have to support him. In December 1993, I was asked by the producers of a Spanish television show in Madrid called La Maquina de la Verdad, The Truth's Medicine, or The Truth's Machine, to appear with LaToya and discuss with her the allegations she had made against Michael. It was explained to me that LaToya would be hooked up to a lie detector machine. Then I was asked her why she believed Michael was. The television audience will be able to judge by virtue of how LaToya fared in the test, the veracity of her observations. Coincidentally, December 22nd, the day we were in the studio and waiting to go on the air, as the same day Michael gave a 4-minute speech from Neverland. First carried live by CNN and then rebroadcast all over the world. I ask all of you to wait and hear the truth before you condemn me, he said, holding back tears. Don't treat me like a criminal because I'm innocent. Michael had harsh words for the media, which he charged as dissected and manipulated these allegations to reach their own conclusions. He grew more emotional when describing the examination and subsequent full session of his body. I've been forced to submit to a dehumanizing and humiliating examination by the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department and the Los Angeles Police Department earlier this week. They served a search warrant on me, which allowed them to view and photograph my body, including my lower torso, thighs, and other areas they wanted. They were supposedly looking for any discoloration, spotting blotches, or other evidence of a skin color disorder called vitiligo, which I have previously spoken about. It was the most humiliating ordeal of my life, one that no person shall ever have to suffer. And even after experiencing the indignity of the search, the parties involved are still not satisfied and wanted to take even more pictures. It was a nightmare, a horrifying nightmare. But if this was what I have to endure to prove my innocence, my complete innocence, so be it. Don't treat me like a criminal, Markin insisted, because I am innocent. As LaToya stared at the TV screen, tears sprung from her large, expressive eyes. She seemed lost in thought until Jack Gordon burst into the room and laid waste into her reverie. The show is off, he said. I'm not allowing LaToya to be hooked up to any damn lie detector. Why? LaToya wanted to know. We agreed on $50,000, Jack explained. But with Mako crying his eyes out on TV, I'm doubling her fee to 100,000. I just told the producers, and they said to go to hell. So we're out of here. The hell with them. Jack grabbed Latoya by the arm. I'm sorry you came all the way to Spain for nothing. He told me. She told me, looking victimized. What a waste of time for you. You must think I'm a terrible person now, but really I'm not. She was then hustled from the room by her husband. Tell Michael I'm sorry, she said while whisked away. Years later, Latoya would insist that the allegations she made against Michael were all Jack's fabrications, which she was made to repeat against her will. Though it would take a few years, by 2003 she and Michael would clear the air between them and were again close. Latoya also apologized to the rest of her family members. They then all accepted her back into the fold.